Enough said. Why do I call Lewis Hamilton the 2022 Lone Ranger? Allow me. Martin Brundle, Damon Hill, Paul di Resta, Rachel Brooks, Natalie Pinkman, Karun Chandor, David Croft, Simon, and Anthony Davidson. If you didn't know, you wouldn't guess that these people are British nationals. Why? I haven't heard nothing different from these people to a Ralph Schumacher, the German, or any reporter from the Netherlands. How is that possible? How is that possible? I want to ask you this. How many of you have been watching Formula One at least since 2006? In 2006, if you've been watching, at least in America, we remember a guy named Scott Speed. Scott Speed is the comeback of an American back to Formula One. Long before Netflix, Americans went crazy in the season 2006-2007 because there was an American back in Formula One. I remember a trip I took with my brother in his Mercedes-Benz AMG. Yes, we like sports cars. I drive an M car, he drives an AMG. Yes, we drove from the state of Maryland all the way to Indianapolis to watch the race. That race had the largest audience in the history of Formula One on that day. Over 250,000 spectators watched the race. Americans. I will never forget the 12 to 14 hours it took us to get to Indianapolis. How many cars of fans with Scott Speed and the US flag and hats we encountered from rest stops to just driving past. Everybody was so proud that once again there was an American in Formula One. Tell me this, what is so different with the British? How is it possible that in the 2021 British Grand Prix, a nobody, yes, a nobody, Lando Norris, sold more merchandise than a Lewis Hamilton, the 7 times world champion? Answer this question. Imagine that Jenson Button was the 7 times world champion racing at the British Grand Prix in 2021. Do you honestly believe that Lando Norris would have had a chance? No, he wouldn't have. Why is it? Why is it that Lando Norris, the nobody, sold more merchandise than a Lewis Hamilton? What does it say about how he's received in his own country? What does it say? This is why I can understand the following list I've just shared with you on how they felt about speaking the truth. I didn't mention Sir Johnny Herbert. Yes, I call him Sir Johnny Herbert. I didn't mention Ted Kravitz, and I didn't mention Craig Slater. These are people I believe deserve a one-on-one sit down with a Lewis when he comes back because they were honest, they were truthful, they didn't fear that they were employed by Formula One. I say this and I say it again, communication is 70% nonverbal. Those of you who are fans, remember Martin Brundle conversation on the couch with Lewis Hamilton multiple times. I also know Martin Brundle has a son that races, Alex. Remember watching Martin Brundle and his son race at the Nürburgring. It was a wet race and they came third. Let me tell you, as I said before, communication is 70% nonverbal. The pride that Martin had showed was never again seen anywhere near Lewis Hamilton. Why would Lewis Hamilton ever come back and sit with a Martin Brundle that Kimi Räikkönen calls the fakery of Formula One? It's clear. He said it was so fake that he was better prepared coming back after his layoff than before. Who would Lewis Hamilton trust on the 2022 grid? There's only one person beside his team is Angela. And that's it. Only one person that Lewis Hamilton has as an ally. on the 2022 grid. That would be Angela. Let me tell you, one person smart said, "It is not what you say that I remember, it's how you make me feel that I will never forget." I want to do this. Please don't let it be. Don't let it be 20 years from now for your kids and your grandkids to recognize the greatest ever as Lewis Hamilton, like they clearly do now for Muhammad Ali. If you've never seen the picture Muhammad Ali drew of how his audience felt after he won a fight, please Google it. You'll be stunned. I hate the fact that today people are ignoring they're witnessing greatness in Lewis Hamilton. Thank you so much. Thank you always for watching. May God bless you.